Sports this morning is back again. We're broadcasting live from Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Austin Okonakwan. If you're in Benin, we say welcome. If you're in Lagos, come on, let's do this together. And to you, wherever you are in the world watching sports this morning, Channels Television, we invite you to be part of the phone. Now let's talk sports. What's going on in your action-packed world of sports? We'll begin right here in Nigeria. I'm staying with the ladies. Yes, somebody must speak for them. The Super Falcons of Nigeria. They are current African champions. They have qualified for the FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada. That competition will kick off in June and run till July. Surprise, surprise, it's just 106 more days to the kickoff of that tournament. And the Super Falcons, they're yet to be in camp. Words on the Nigerian Football Federation, the National Sports Commission said they will be in camp. It's on Saturday or Sunday. But the big question is, what's going on? They've not been kicking football, and they've been drawn in the group of death alongside Australia, Sweden, and the United States of America. Are they going to the World Cup to add up to the numbers? Can the Super Falcons impress despite the shorter preparations that have been put in place? What's going on with the Super Falcons? We're still asking that question, and we will keep asking that question until they get to camp this morning on the program. Let's talk cricket now. We're giving you updates as regards Nigeria's under-19 cricket team in Tanzania. That team, they're in Dar es Salaam, looking, initially they were hoping to get a ticket to next year's World Cup. They're talking about the under-19 World Cup qualifiers that will take place in Bangladesh. They have lost out after losing their third game yesterday to host Tanzania. There is a last chance for Coach Tamuno Harris' team. Today, they will take on Botswana. If they win that match, they will stay in Division 1. If they lose that match, they will drop to Division 2. Tough times for the national under-19 cricket team in Tanzania. But then in sports, there's always something to learn. They will learn from this experience and then take it forward to consolidate. That's, of course, if they're given the right support they need. It's good to see Cristiano Ronaldo scoring again after losing his goal-scoring form for about a month. Return of Cristiano Ronaldo after inspiring Real Madrid to defeat Schalke 04 by 2-0 in the UEFA Champions League. We'll talk about that one extensively today on the program. Now let's talk boxing. Boxing fans, you know we keep talking about it. We want to see this fight. So many reactions coming out of Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. May 2nd fight. But we don't care. We'll keep listening. But the big question we're asking is, when is the fight? We just want an announcement that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. will go into the ring and prove to us that they are indeed the best pound-for-pound boxers of this time. When is the fight? Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Boxing fans will get you talking this morning on the program. Now let's come back home. Let me inspire somebody this morning. Well, we say it all the time that in sports we play to win. People don't understand. You think it's until you get a medal or you lift a trophy. No, no, no. When you see this video this morning, you will be inspired. Her name, Yvonne Negetich. She's just 29. She's from Kenya. At the Austin Marathon about 2 weeks ago in Texas, her legs failed her. She was leading most time in the race, but towards the finish line, her legs failed her. Let's show you how we win in sports. Watch this video this morning and be inspired. Sports this morning, Channels Television. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Stay. Touching video coming right there. Yvonne Negetich giving us reasons to be inspired this morning. It's not about how you start in life, but it's about how you finish. She refused to be aided. She refused to get on the wheelchair. She crawled till the finish line. That's what we do in sports, because in sports we play to win. She needed to win. She needed to defeat the fact that her legs failed her to win the championship. And then she crawled all the way to the finish line. So somebody is inspired this morning. Sports this morning on Channels Television. Welcome on board wherever you are in the world watching us, trying to have fun. About 20-25 minutes, the best 20-25 minutes of your time watching television. What are we talking about this morning? So much action-packed sort of sport. But I don't want to do it alone this morning. We want you to be involved. This show, we keep telling you, is designed for you. What do you want to talk about? The Super Falcons yet to return to camp. 106 more days to the FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada. We've been asking this question of what's going on. UEFA Champions League is back, and Cristiano Ronaldo has returned to goal scoring form. We also talk about Barcelona and FC Porto. Mark Clattenburg is in the news. Questions are being asked about his officiating in last night's game. And we'll also talk about Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Yes, we will not stop talking about that until they give us that fight. Boxing fans, yes, we deserve to see that fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. Do you want to talk to us on the program? Yes, you can. On Twitter, we're channels_sports, verified Twitter handle. Go there, send us questions, comments, or suggestions as regards what we're doing this morning on the program. And on Facebook, we're channels-sports. Somebody wants to send us an email. We will read it and we'll get back to you. It's sports this morning at channelstv.com. And just to let you know that all our updated stories and all we talk about on the program can be seen on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com/channelsweb. You'll see everything, and then you want to follow us on your mobile devices, Android, your BlackBerry, your iPod. That's it. channelstv.com, and wherever you are, you will be part of the fun. Just download the app Channels TV, and then you will be part of the fun on the program this morning. Sports this morning on Channels Television. I want to let you know that it's always a delight whenever I have this guy in the studio, Ivan Dugan, who's with us this morning. Ivan, good to have you on the program.
Yeah, good to be here, Austin. Good morning.
I know there's so much to talk about, but of course, you are also not neglecting the Super Falcons.
No.
106 more days. You know, we look at this thing like, is it not in June?
It's in June, but come on.
Maybe in September last year, we said this thing is next year, June.
Exactly, we
it's just
expected them.
106 more days.
Well, it's really sad that the Super Falcons have not resumed camp. Don't forget, for the past 1 month, the U.S. women national team have been playing friendly games. Just last weekend,
Tell them.
they played a friendly game which they won by 1-0, courtesy of Eddie Wembach. You know, so I think that for the NFF, they need to focus more on these women. They're in a very tough group. Australia is there. The United States is there, Sweden as well. You know, if they don't prepare in time, these women wouldn't go out there and do us proud. But the only thing that, you know, gives Nigerians joy is the fact that the key players for the Super Falcons are currently playing very well for their respective clubs. And the young girl who just joined Liverpool last month, Assad, is playing very well for Liverpool. A couple of other players are doing very well in Europe. But the key thing is that these players need to continue playing together to build that perfect chemistry. If not, we'll go to the World Cup, and after 3 games, we'll be back home.
Just go out to the numbers and say Nigeria featured at the World Cup, because it doesn't get any bigger than this when talking about women's football all over the world. The FIFA Women's World Cup, 106 more days to go. I will not stop asking this question. What's going on? National Sports Commission, what's going on? Nigeria Football Federation. These girls need to, and not just go to camp. Coach of the Super Falcons, Edwin Okon, says they need to play grade A friendlies. Very important. I don't get it, Ivan. You prepare for the World Cup.
Well, I remember when the Super Eagles were praying for last year's World Cup. There were friendlies that had been set
Say that again.
World Cup. And now the same treatment is not being, meted out to the women, and it's not really fair.
African champions.
Exactly, the African champions. You know, after they lost the title to Equatorial Guinea, they went back and reclaimed it. So I think that they deserve to be treated like champions. And Edwin Okon, he has tried all he can do, but he needs the support of the Nigerian Football Federation and the National Sports Commission. Without these bodies supporting him, all of his work will come to nothing.
All of the work Edwin Okon has been doing indeed will come to nothing if he doesn't get the support of the Nigeria Football Federation or the National Sports Commission. We'll just keep talking about it, even if nothing is done. I can only talk about it. That the African champions, the Super Falcons of Nigeria, they are not yet in camp, and it's just 106 more days to the kickoff of the FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada. It's not a sweet story. That's the team right there. When they were getting ready for the African Championship in Namibia, they went there. They said they were going there to win, and they did in style. And since they got back, I'm not sure members of that team have even kicked the ball, except for the players that are abroad and all of that, because the Women's League is also on break.
on break.
Very, very, very sad. Let's see what can come out of that one when they eventually get to camp and when it's time for the competition proper in Canada. Let's move on to the national under-17 team, the Golden Eaglets. That's another team that makes us smile. I'm already smiling. Defeated Niger in the first game 2-0. Remember, the African Youth Championship is going on in Niamey and Niger. But what a scare Guinea gave us yesterday.
Wow. That was a huge scare. You know, the Guineans for the whole of 90 minutes dominated play. The opening 10 minutes was all about Guinea, dominating play, creating all sort of havoc for the Nigerian defense. And that was one major reason why I believe that the Golden Eaglets failed to win the encounter. They didn't settle into a rhythm in time. The Guineans started with a rhythm and they maintained it for large spells of the game. But luckily for Emmanuel Amunike, the Wakali converted a penalty kick with 2 minutes to go, and that saved his blushes. So 4 points right now for Nigeria, 4 points for Guinea. Good thing the host nation
lost to Zambia.
So it's now a 3-horse race for the 2 spots to qualify for the semi-finals. That's between Nigeria, Zambia, and Guinea. And guess what? On Saturday, the final group game, Golden Eaglets against the Zambians.
Woo! Woo! That's it. At this stage, we can't just come out and say the Golden Eaglets. So we can only just give them all the support. Oh, believe that team. They have some quality.
There's quality in that team.
You can see the blend that I keep talking about. Exactly. There for the Super Falcons. These guys have been
together for months. They played series of friendlies. You know, I was impressed with how the Sports Federation dealt with this particular set of boys. Put them in camp. They toured almost all the states. I remember I seen them play at the Gate Stadium in Lagos last year against an academy side which they trashed.
6 states playing different club sides, different academies.
So with such friendlies, you build chemistry, you build unity, and the next thing expected is the result. And so far, so good. They are getting it. Once they qualify for the semi-finals, they qualified for the Under-17 World Cup holding sometime later this year. And with that, the coaching crew have done their job. But if they win the Nations Cup, that's an added bonus. And I don't think the Nations Cup, them winning it is beyond them. They have the players, they have the coaching crew, and they're supported wholeheartedly.
I totally agree with you, Ivan. That's it. We're taking a look at all that's going down in your exciting world of sports, particularly football in Africa. And of course, a look at the Super Falcons and how they're getting ready for the FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada. Let's quickly talk cricket now because time is dashing away. Cricket. In Tanzania, 6 teams are taking part. They want tickets to play at the 2016 World Cup qualifiers for under-19 in Bangladesh. Nigeria went there with hopes, lost the first game, lost the second game, won the third, lost the fourth. Today, the only chance they have, that team must beat Botswana, otherwise they will lose the Division 1 status. Again, Ivan, another case of we put so much attention on just competition, and no preparations.
Exactly. You know, I'm not so surprised about the outcome we are seeing from the cricketers over there at the Under-19 African Championship, because they didn't prepare enough. You know, these players were not put through the necessary rudiments needed to achieve victory in this competition. And so for them to have lost their opening 2 games, now it's a must-win tie against Botswana. You don't always want to enter the last game of a championship with a must-win tag on it. It doesn't bode well, and there's enough pressure already. So I'm not really optimistic, but if the cricketers go out there and get the result, all good for Nigerian cricket.
I mean, almost down, and then you can't be scared of going, going there totally. The Nigerian national under-19 cricket team in Tanzania, we can only wish them the best of luck again. They've lost out of the ticket to go play at the World Cup qualifiers. But hey, they can beat Botswana today and stay in Division 1. Sports this morning on Channels Television. Let's go on a quick break now. When we come back, we love the UEFA Champions League, and I'm sure you love it also. When Chelsea travel to PSG, Jose Mourinho says there will be a different side. We did see a different Chelsea side, but again, they couldn't beat PSG. We'll talk about the UEFA Champions League when we return. Stay.